Good morning, everybody. It's Pastor David coming to you with the Thursday Devotional this morning. This week, I started watching that show Ted Lasso. It's about soccer, an American football coach who becomes everywhere else in the world football coach, and learned a few things from watching this show. Been reminded of some things as well. Number one, I forget that the rest of the world has a different list of swear words than we have, so I was taught that. But another thing that it made me think of is that the world is filled with negativity, with negative people. The world is shrouded often in darkness and hopelessness and faithlessness, and it's a very negative place. And the third thing that I've learned is that Ted Lasso is my spirit animal. Relentlessly positive, hopelessly optimistic, just always, no matter what happens, 90% of the time he is just positive and silver linings and just an optimistic sort of person. And when I think about that, I think about the reality that is how we should be as Christians. We should have optimism and positivity in so many situations. We should be able to look at the world with faith and with hope in what God can do. There's a scripture in Corinthians 13 where Paul gives this beautiful sermon, I guess you could say, on what love is, what love looks like. And at the end of it, there's this little tagline that we often kind of just gloss over. And he says, at the end of all things, when everything passes away, there will be three things that remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And you all know that I talk about love a lot, what that looks like, how we should exhibit love as Christians. And I'm going to continue to do that because I think it's the most important, the single greatest thing that we can do with our lives. It's one of the few commands that Jesus left us: to love one another, to love your neighbor as yourself, to love God with all that you have. He says that's how you fulfill the law. That's the only way to please God, is to love him with everything that we are, with everything that we have, with everything that we do, and love our neighbors as ourselves. But he says the greatest of these is love, but there are three things that remain: faith, hope, and love. Scripture says that faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of things even that we do not see. And so when we talk about positivity, when we talk about optimism, it's that we are sure in our hope, that we look at this world through a different lens. We look at this world filled with hope, filled with awe, filled with wonder, filled with the possibilities of what God can do. And we live in the certainty that God is faithful and will always come through, that he will do these things in our world, that he can work incredible miracles in and through us into this world to bring it to a brighter and better place, that he can redeem and transform this dark and negative world. And then we have hope. And hope is contagious. Hope is something that people are looking for in this world that is filled with negativity and darkness. The thing that really can make a difference in people's lives, the things that when we talk about sharing our faith and helping people to know Christ, one of the greatest things that they can see in us is to see that hope. People ask me all the time, how are you always so positive? And I guess I won't say always, most of the time. But literally people around me will tell me, it makes me sick how positive you are all the time, how you're always optimistic, you're always looking for a silver lining, but it's because I'm filled with faith and with hope. And when we lean on God, when our hope is in him, the truth is faith, Jesus says that a faith as small as a mustard seed You can say to this mountain, move, and the mountain will move. You can do incredible things because it doesn't matter how big our faith is. It matters who our faith is in. And if our faith is in Jesus, then we can have hope and we can have confidence and we can walk through this world with optimism, with positivity. And people will see that in us and they'll be drawn to it because we show them that there's something else that exists in this world beyond what they can see, beyond what they can imagine, beyond what they experience. And we say there's a better way and a better kingdom, and we have hope that that kingdom will not only one day come to full fruition, but that we can live in that in the here and now. So I encourage you, be a people who embody hope. Be a people who embody faith in the midst of all of the negativity and the darkness of this world, and it will make an incredible difference, and it will be an enormous witness to the power of Christ in the midst of everything that the people around you are going through. We love you. I'm so glad that you're with us this morning. I hope that you will join us on Sunday. Rest in His grace and His peace this week, and go in His hope and in faith.